Hi guys, today I am going to be doing my makeup. So first I'm going to get my cream, and what I do with my cream is I just apply that all over my face most of the time. When I do makeup, it just soothes the face, it gets it ready for it, it helps with the concealer. Because all of you that don't know, concealer it makes your skin spotty if you wear it like a lot at the age that you're not supposed to. So I always wear a cream because it's like a concealer cream. It's a face cream and it's a before makeup cream. And it's for your face. Because then young children were doing makeup, and I'm not young, but if you don't need concealer but you do it because it makes a difference in your skin, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have a cream on to protect your face from the concealer. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to put cream on, because if I show it to the world, then I look like a freak. But actually, when I first, it's my first YouTube video. It wasn't my first one, because first I was just creating shorts, and and that was kind of weird. But yeah, first I was just posting shorts, and that was weird. But yeah, so first I was just posting shorts, and then after I started posting makeup videos, and those were when the videos weren't as they should be. They weren't rectangle, the videos were square on the screen. So there wasn't much content, because all you could see was the square. You couldn't see anything else, you could just see a square. And then you look at yourself and you'd be like, oh, how can I only see this square? And then you think, oh my god, this YouTuber's a starter. If you are famous, on YouTube for doing videos and all that, then you would think to yourself, oh my god, these people are noobs. You wouldn't even think they were a starter, you would just think they're noobs. And that's what anyone would. Let's admit, even if you, even if you're not famous on YouTube, everybody's gonna know that you're a starter because of the scream. But nobody's gonna care. Everybody's gonna think, oh wow, okay, yeah, Ashley's a starter. They're dumb. They've never done it before. And then the starter is sitting there oh my god, what did I ever do to you? And you're like, nothing. But I didn't like your content. And then you're like, what's wrong with my content? And then they say it's inappropriate. How? Just because the screen is square doesn't mean it's inappropriate. And then everybody laughs. And then you ask yourself, how do I put up with this? How do my subscribers hate me? If they subscribe to me, then they shouldn't hate me, should they? But then I realized every time you use one of your subscribers for money, for example, when you're famous, you get money for having subscribers. I think everybody knows that. But that's basically just doing YouTube, not because you want to do it, but because you want the money. And you're getting the money out of it, so you're happy. And everybody's like, that's cheating. Your content's rubbish anyway. I don't know why I'm subscribed to you. And everybody unsubscribes. And then, because that's what happened to me on one of my shorts. It was about likes though. Like, it wasn't anything to do with subscribers. It was likes. So I posted something and I got 10 likes on it. Out of 422 views, I got 10 likes on it. Well, first I got 7 and then I got 10. And then what I realised was, as soon as I started to get more views, 3 went down, and I was like, how have I only got 7? Like, I could have sworn that earlier I had 10. And I realised it was because 2 people unliked my video. And I was like, why? Did your friend tell you to do that? Because my friend always tells me to, like, unlike things on YouTube. And I'm like, no, I like it. And then this is other people. They're like, well, if my friend says it, then it's probably right. No. If your friend tells you to do that, then basically they're just, like, controlling your life. And I feel like nobody needs that. Like, if somebody is trying to control your life, you don't need that. Like, what you need to do, if that is happening, you need to stick up for yourself, and you need to be like, okay, this is what's happening. If you are trying to control me as your friend, then I'm not being your friend anymore, because this is not what a friendship should be like. And then find another friend, because that's what I had to do with one of my friends. This was like 2 years ago. Basically, me and my friend were playing a game, and it was all like good and fair until one of my other friends came up and she was like, can I play? However, the friend I was already playing with said, no, it's a 2-player game. And I was just like, this is awkward. Like, why can't you play? And then friend 1, their parents don't want me to say their names, and I know that's dumb, but they don't, so I'm just calling them friend 1 and 2. And then friend 1 goes up to friend 2, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, why is that for you today? And then friend 2 goes up and she says, Ava, because that's my name, you know, wants to play with me as well. And I was like, listen, friend 1 and friend 2, I want to play with you both. But then what happened was, this even weirder thing came on. Friend 1 was like, well, if you don't, like, she literally said, if you don't listen to me, then I'm just gonna not play with you for like a week. And I was like, okay, that's your decision. I don't mind that. Like, I want to play with not just you. And if someone's asking to play with us, then I'm going to let them play. Like, you know what I mean? You can't leave people out, especially if they're your friend. But then she walked off, like, dead serious, and I was just like, oh my god, friend 1, what are you doing? So basically, she was trying to control me by saying that I can't play with my other friends when she's around. And I was like, well, if you don't like my other friends, that's fine, but don't expect me to play with you when they're around and they're asking me to play with them, because I'm going to say yes, I want to play with you all. So from that day, whenever I played with one of my other friends, friend 1 would just never play with me, because all she wanted to do was play alone with me. And I was just like, that is not okay. You need to have other friends. So for like a week, and this was like the week after she said, I'm not playing with you for a week. This was the week after she said that. I was just like, Sienna, for a week, oh my god, shoot, I just said her name. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. So I was like, Sienna, for a week, I'm just going to play with my other friends, because, you know, you need to learn that you can't just play with me all the time. So from that day on, she made new friends and realised what it was like to always have your friend want you in one position. Okay. This also happened to me, like, I think it was years ago now. basically, me and my friend were having a play date, and I wanted to play MM2, and she wanted to play Spider. And we, bear in mind, we'd already played Spider twice. She wanted to play Spider again, and I was like, can we play MM2 instead? And then she said, no, I don't want to play MM2. And I'm like, do you ever play anything except Spider? And she said, yeah, I play loads of games. And I was like what? Because all I've ever seen you play, or all you ever play with me, is Spider. And then she pointed out that she played Brookhaven and all these other games. And I was like, oh yeah, once I did play Brookhaven with you. Once I did play this game with you, and blah, blah, blah. But then she said, exactly, so let's play Spider. And I was like, my friend has a really good way of getting you to do what she wants. Because no, seriously though, if your friend wants you to play a game and you say, no, you've already played it a million times, you never play anything else, they list out the games that they have played to prove to you that they have played other games and to make you, like, play with them. And that's what my friend always does when I'm like, we played that a million times. She's just like, well, I do play other games, you know. When I say, oh my god, do you play any other games? You know what I mean? I feel like that's just what friends do though. Because you never want to admit that you're wrong. Because that's what I felt like when I said that to my friend. I was like, oh yeah, maybe she does play other friends. And I didn't say it out loud, I said it in my head. Because I was like, I do not want to admit to my best friend that I am wrong. Because usually it's my best friend that's always wrong. But that time, it was my best friend that was right. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Because some people are like, some people just think that their friends don't do anything except play their favourite game, when actually they don't realise that their friends actually play a load of other games, but that you just never notice because what you play with them is only their favourite game, but what they play like alone is maybe a different game. And then that's when it kicks off into the arguments, when you and your friends are just always like, oh my god, this happened, blah, 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 now this happened. And basically, my friend asked me to pinky promise that we were never going to argue. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I pinky promised. 10 days later, we started arguing. And I was just like, I knew this pinky promise wouldn't last. Because me and my friend argue so much over games, over food, over drinks, over what dates we can do and what dates we can't do. And what I mean by that is, like, my friend is always free on the days I'm not free. So I'm like, oh, can we do this day? No, I'm busy on this day. Oh, can we do this day? No, I'm busy on that day. Oh, can we do this day? Sorry, I'm busy on that day. Like, me and my friend are always busy. And I'm like, I'm busy too, you know. But she's always like, well, why did you tell me that you was free always then? And I was like, that was a week ago. Because a week ago, I was free for the whole week. Like, I didn't make any plans with my other friends or anything. So I was just free for the whole week. But that was a week ago. And then my friend comes up to me like 4 weeks ago and says, you said that you were always free. And I was like, that was 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago or whatever. And then she comes up to me and she's like, well, actually, if you're my friend, then you stick up for me. And I was like, what do you mean? All I do is stick up for you, because she's like always getting in trouble. And I just say to the teacher, I always take her side, if that makes sense. I always say to the teacher, oh yeah, I did this by accident. Like, if she tells the teacher or me, and actually she did it, then I'm always agreeing with her. Even if she did it, I'm always saying, oh my god, like, Sienna, I'm so sorry. Bruh, she should be the one that's utterly sorry. Like, literally, I feel like that's what friends do though. They tell each other off for the wrong reason, and the friend just sticks up for them even though it was the wrong reason. And you're just like, how is my friend so nice to me? Like 10 days later, like, I'm sorry for telling you off. I should have gotten told off. And then in your head you just think, yeah, you should have. Instead of thinking, no, it's fine. Because I feel like that's what most people think. They're just like, really? Really? You told me off for no reason. And I'm just like, and then they're just like, if you say it out loud, they're like, if you say it in your head, they're just like, come on, let's play, like, out of the ordinary. But if you were to say to your friend, that was out of order, like, you shouldn't have told me off for no reason, and they'll be like, because they'll realise that what they did was wrong, and that they're not always right. Because I think that's what friends think. They think with their friends, they can always win. Like, with their friend, they can always do what they want because their friend won't tell them off. But they will tell their friend off. So, some friends just really don't understand each other. And I feel like that's me and my friend, because I'm like, why don't you just go and play with your other friend for like this week or this month or just even today? And then my friend's like, oh no, please, like, can I play with you and your other friend? I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, fine. And it just makes me so angry when friends do that type of stuff, because you're just like, oh my gosh, will you give me a break? Like, you don't always just want to be with one friend. But I feel like that's what every friend does. I don't think that it's just my friend. It could be, but I don't think it is. Because a lot of my friends have other friends as well. Some of them don't. Some of them just has me as their friend. So I'm fine with them always playing with me. Whereas Sienna has other friends. And I know Sienna has other friends. So it annoys me when she's like, oh, well, I don't have any other friends, so can you just play with me? I'm like, I know you have other friends. Like, you have literally gone and sat next to your boyfriend and then told me you don't have any friends. Like, what a liar.